guys, subscribe to the fl0m Clips and Highlights channel because I have to react to this again because everybody keeps asking me about it because they're not currently subscribed to the fl0m Clips and Highlights channel. 100 Thieves officially signed Rain. Spooky. All right. I do like the video, though. I'll give them credit. Fine. They did a good job. They said, just, all right, come here, stand there. All right, great. We got the video. Great job. Perfect for Rain, dude. He's like, do I have to do anything? No, just stand there. Just stand there and aura farm. Perfect. All right. 100 Thieves officially signed Rain, confirming that, you know, obviously he's going to be joining the new project, which was already rumored. I found a new home in 100 Thieves, and a new and exciting challenge is about to start. A lot of work to be done, but we'll do everything to get back on top. If you guys don't know, Rain is going to IGL. This is going to be Rain's IGL project with 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves, if you also... Clearly, you must not know, but whatever. Subscribe to the fl0m Clips and Highlights channel. They're trying to buy out a core. They're trying to buy out a core of players. They're trying to buy out a core because they want to acquire that core's VRS, so that way they can actually have a chance of qualifying for a fucking major. That is what you have to do right now, if you don't want to start from scratch. The most common core that they could buy, or the one that they're rumored to buy, is Gamer Legion. Now, before you say, but fl0m, the CEO said they're not selling, he specifically used the words, we're not selling right now. Meaning, I have a feeling they're not selling right now before the major, and they're going to definitely be open to offers after the major, along with a lot of other teams after the major. So I think at the end of the day, 100 Thieves is going to have Rain IGL their team, and they're going to look for an international core of players that are probably somewhere in the top 30 of Counter-Strike. So that way they can buy them and get their VRS points and attempt to be in the next major cycle. That is what I think they're going to do, which makes sense. That is what they should try to do if they're serious about being in the next major. Now, what I said before, and I'm just going to repeat it if you haven't heard it, I think this is cool. I'm excited to see Rain kind of extend his career. He seems extra motivated, to be honest, not less motivated. I imagine him doing something new like IGLing will... It's going to do two things. It's either going to reinvigorate him even more so, and he's going to play for even longer, or things are going to crash and burn, and he's going to retire in like a couple years. He's going to be like, wow, this is sick. I love like this new challenge I'm doing, and that's going to basically fuel the fire continuously for him. Or it's going to go all terribly wrong, and he's probably just like, this isn't like, fuck this, basically. Like, now, the most important signing outside of getting a core for VRS to me is the coach. I don't know who they'll sign. I don't think it could be Ash. I think Rain has undeniable ability and experience in Counter-Strike to read the game. I don't see a world where he actually, in the middle of a round, in the middle of the chaos, will not be able to make a good read and a good understanding of what they should do. What I do think he's going to struggle with is everything leading up to that point, which is why the coach that they get is going to be so important, and maybe their biggest signing outside of Rain. Maybe more important than Rain in some ways. And I think a great example of this, I know G2 isn't necessarily a world beater right now, but considering they lost Nico and Modesty and they won a tournament still this year, the success that G2 has had with Hunter as their IGL because they brought in Saw, I think is undeniable. And I think 100 Thieves should absolutely be trying to replicate that blueprint. The problem is my coaching knowledge is pretty fucking dick. So who they're going to get, I have no idea. I imagine it's going to be like some sort of assistant though to like, you know, like a Flashy, right? Like the assistant to Blade, or like maybe somebody that's worked with Saw a lot, or somebody that's worked with Ash a lot, or somebody that's seen these coaches basically build something from the ground up to help Rain IGL, because Rain is going to, once he's in the server, he's going to be fine. It's preparing for the teams, knowing their tendency, how to get players on your own team to buy into what you're doing. He's had Kerrigan, he's had different IGLs. I'm sure he's taken things from them, but having another person there to kind of like lessen the workload for you, especially if it's your first time doing it at this level, yeah, it's going to be a tremendous amount of work, and he's going to need a lot of help. So it's less of like a Counter-Strike game sense thing and more of like I'm building a team for the first time thing, and I need help and somebody alongside me that knows how to build up this team. And that's what I'm most excited for. I can't believe I'm saying this. I am really probably most excited to see who 100 Thieves signs to coach the team. Like, who do they get as a coach is gotta be good. It's gonna be the single like determining factor on how successful Rain is as an IGL. The team, the core that they sign, they're signing them for the VRS at the end of the day, unless like it's somebody crazy. But and that's like less cool to me. You know what I mean? That's less of like they're just like, all right, can we get your VRS points? Cool. Welcome to 100 Thieves. Rain is your new Rain is the captain now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I kind of repeated myself from the last time this was rumored, but this is a lot of people are going to be asking me about it again. They already are, so I figured I'd just kind of repeat myself, and why not farm another video out of it? Yeah, I think so far though, everything that 100 Thieves has shown me in terms of who they've signed, they're being very aggressive. They're making some cool moves. I like the moves they're making. Zipnix would be a really cool coach since he's the assistant to Mouse. Let me know in the comments below who you think is going to actually coach 100 Thieves.